Good. Sheriff, what is your position on enhancing the detention center's inmate road crew, or chain gang as it's been known in the past, to serve the needs of Darlington County, to put that force into work?
Well, there are two different types of prisoners that we house at the county. We have pre-detention inmates, who are people who have been accused of a crime and have had a bond set, but they're not out on bond. They haven't been convicted of any crime. So those inmates, those pre-sentence inmates, you can't use them for any type of road crew or trash cleanup or anything, because to put them on a road crew would be a form of punishment or form of correction. Since they haven't been to court, you can't use them for that sort of thing. Now, that's the vast majority of the people in the detention center. The other group that we have is people who are sentenced to 90 days or less in state prison. So between us and the prison farm, all the people sent there are sentenced inmates. So they're there to serve time. And they can certainly do road crew cleanup, trash cleanup. And we have a small group in the detention center that come in that are there for 90 days or less, that are eligible for that. And we've tried over the past few years to just kind of start our own program, especially with some of these people who come in for weekend service. It's kind of funny, when I took office in 2009, we had about 20, 25 guys that came in. They'd come in on Friday night, and they leave on Monday morning, and that was their sentence. And they would commonly come in, sit down, watch TV all weekend, and go home. So we started a thing where they came in on Friday night. Saturday morning they got up. They went to the boat landings, cleaned up the boat landing, picked up trash along 151, some of those things. And it's amazing. A lot of those guys hadn't been back since they finished their sentence. But we quit letting them watch TV all weekend. So we've been trying to do some of that. Certainly, we'd love to do more of it. We'd love to see the prison farm do a little bit more of that. But the prison farm's not under the sheriff, so I don't have any control over what and how they do. And our program is kind of hit and miss. It depends on how many of those inmates we have at the time, and our manpower. Certainly, we're 10 people short according to the Department of Corrections. So sometimes it's hard to get a free person who can go out and take those people out to do that work.
Absolutely. Sheriff, do you believe that your position, the sheriff, or that of any sheriff in Darlington County, should be term limited?
I think there should be a limit at some point. I don't see somebody being in office for life. I don't think that's a good idea. To say at what point that term limit should apply, I think that would be something for the people at large to decide. How long is too long to be in office. Certainly, I don't think it's a bad thing. You have a history of people really being in office too long, not only at local level, but at state level. And we've seen that with the president. There's a determined limit to how long you can be president. I don't know that's a bad thing for local offices either. But certainly I don't think that's something I should be the decider on. I think the people at large should decide that. So,
Sheriff Byrd, in summary, why do you feel personally that you're the best candidate for the job of Darlington County Sheriff?
Well, I think the combination of my experience and my time in the job and the things that we've achieved since I've been here. We have a solid record of reducing crime in the county, which is what the sheriff's job is. Sheriff's job's not to go out and make everybody happy. His job's to enforce the law and protect the people of the county. And I think we have a clear record of doing that. Have we made some people unhappy or made enemies while we were doing it? Yeah. But if you don't make some enemies, you're probably not doing what you're supposed to be doing. So, we like to think that I'm answerable to the people of the county and that I do what the people of the county have asked me to do. And our record, I think, supports that. And that's why I think I'm the best candidate for this job.
Sheriff, do you have any closing comments? The June 14th primary is coming up. You have a Democratic challenger. It seems a Democrat-heavy poll here coming up on June 14th. Do you have any comments about that, Sheriff?
Well, Darlington County is still largely a Democratic Party county. Most of the races that are in the primary this year are Democratic races, and it's very important, especially for those people who are Republican or some other party leaning, to realize that if they put off voting until November, they won't have anything to vote on because there's no Republican opposition for sheriff, for auditor, for a couple of city council seats. So if you don't vote in the Democratic primary, you won't have an opportunity to have a say in who your elected sheriff is. Those races will be decided on the 14th, and what happens in November won't change that. So if you want to have a say in the election of the sheriff, you need to vote on June the 14th in the Democratic primary.
Well, we all feel that it's very important, regardless of party affiliation, to go out on June 14th and cast your vote. As you said, Sheriff, 3 of the 4 races locally here in Darlington are going to be decided on June 14th, and we certainly need to get out there and cast our ballots.
Yeah, we certainly do, and we would appreciate everybody's support, and I would like to have your vote on June the 14th.
Sheriff, thank you for being with us today. It was a pleasure.
Thank you. Good to see you.